The birth of Lord Rama. In the ancient land of Ayodhya, there lived a wise and noble king named Dasharatha. He belonged to the Ikshvaku dynasty and ruled over the kingdom with justice and compassion. However, despite having three queens Kaushalya, Kaikeyi, and Sumitra, he was deeply saddened as he had no children to inherit his throne. Desiring a child, King Dasharatha sought the guidance of sages and priests. The revered sage Vasistha advised him to perform the sacred ritual known as the Putrakameshti Yajna, a fire sacrifice conducted to beget offspring. Dasharatha agreed, and the great sage Rishishringa was invited to perform the yajna. After the completion of the yajna, a divine being emerged from the sacred fire, holding a golden vessel filled with payasam, divine nectar. The celestial messenger instructed King Dasharatha to distribute the nectar among his queens. Dasharatha gave half of the nectar to Kaushalya, 1/4 to Kaikeyi, and the remaining 1/4 was given to Sumitra in 2 halves. As a result, in due time, all 3 queens gave birth to sons. Kaushalya gave birth to Lord Rama, the embodiment of virtue and dharma. Kaikeyi gave birth to Bharat, noble and devoted. Sumitra gave birth to the twins, Lakshmana and Shatrugna. The people of Ayodhya rejoiced, and the entire kingdom celebrated the birth of the 4 princes with great happiness and devotion. Among them, Rama, being the eldest and most virtuous, was deeply loved and admired by all. Thus began the divine journey of Lord Rama, who would go on to become the hero of the Ramayana, upholding truth, righteousness, and dharma throughout his life. One day, sage Vishwamitra visited the court of King Dasharatha, seeking help to protect his yajna's sacred fire rituals from demons. He requested Rama's assistance. Though hesitant at first, Dasharatha agreed after sage Vasistha, the royal priest, advised him. Rama, still a young boy, accompanied by Lakshmana, went with sage Vishwamitra. During this journey, Rama killed powerful demons like Tataka and Subahu, and protected the sage's ritual success. After protecting the sage's yajna, Vishwamitra took Rama and Lakshmana to the kingdom of Mithila, ruled by King Janaka. There, a Swayamvar, bride-choosing ceremony was being held for his daughter, Princess Sita. King Janaka had set a challenge: whoever could lift and string the mighty bow of Lord Shiva would marry Sita. Many princes had failed, but when Rama stepped forward, he not only lifted the bow with ease but broke it while trying to string it. Everyone was astonished, and Sita joyfully accepted Rama as her husband. Their marriage was celebrated with great grandeur. Rama's brothers also married the daughters of King Janaka and his brother. After many peaceful years, Dasharatha decided to crown Rama as king. However, Queen Kaikeyi, influenced by a wicked maid named Manthara, reminded Dasharatha of the 2 boons he had once promised her. She demanded that Rama be exiled for 14 years, and Bharat be crowned king. Dasharatha, heartbroken but bound by his word, agreed. Rama willingly accepted the exile. Sita and Lakshmana also chose to go with him to the forest. The people of Ayodhya were devastated. In the forest, Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana lived a simple and peaceful life. They visited sages, helped rishis and hermits, and traveled across many beautiful forests and hermitages. During their exile, they encountered demons and helped keep the forests safe. One significant incident was the nose-cutting of demoness Shurpanakha by Lakshmana when she tried to harm Sita. This angered her brother, Ravana, the powerful king of Lanka.